and I have to pay what I paid.
Hello!
Hello!
Hello and welcome to this final boss fight emergency escape podcast. Let's bring the camera up. Let's not bring that camera up. This camera is the camera. Hello and welcome to this final boss fight emergency escape podcast. My name is John and I am joined by Jeff.
Hello!
And Rekia is here too.
Good evening, guys, and final boss fight. Thank you for having me.
And AG will be joining us shortly as soon as he finishes dominating in... I say dominating. As soon as he finishes playing...
Overwatch.
I don't know if what he's doing can be called dominating, but it can certainly be called playing it. In the meantime, I'm currently playing, as you can probably tell from the epic music and the standard podcasty gameplay, Idle Heroes of the Forgotten Realms, which is
Is that the one with Minsk in it?
It is the one with Minsk in it. I have just unlocked this new hero, Groma, who is a female turtle druid, which is cool.
Very nice.
But that's something a little bit so that we've got something backgroundy to play in the gaming spot of the screen, and for us to mostly just ignore and talk over, and me to occasionally collect gold and comment on. How are you guys?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
I'm alright, thanks. I've just had my stream, Pokemon, finished up with some Fortnite, and here now.
How's your stream of running Royale over repeatedly with his own car going, Jeff?
I let him off easily the other night.
I'm disappointed
I've nearly finished the Vice test though, so I always say that the next case is major spoilers for the story, so if you haven't seen it, I'd think twice about watching my stream because it's going to be major spoilers.
Well, surely the whole thing is major spoilers for the storyline.
Well, major spoilers for the cases, but this is actually major spoilers for the actual overriding storyline.
Ah, right.
Stuff goes down in this one that is a bit out of left field, and it's the major twist point, and I'm not going to say any more.
Fair enough.
So you have between now and next Tuesday to buy the game, play
Buy
through
the game,
then
finish
you can watch
it,
me game
then come
without
back.
worrying about it. Yeah.
Well, basically, we've got a little podcast. We've got a little podcasty thingamy tonight. We're going to do our standard sort of completely agendaed and planned podcasty night because I definitely didn't write it down in the 5 minutes when Rekia asked me what the agenda was for tonight.
No,
Totally didn't write it down in the last half an hour.
Yeah, no, definitely been planned longer than that. To be fair, I did actually ask about the big talking point earlier in the day to make sure that we were ready to talk about it, and that is one that we're going to definitely have to wait for AG to show up to discuss. But that is coming. That is the reveal of After Party. But first,
it's a new Avengers film.
Different codenamed After Party.
Yeah, I once saw a thing called After Party once. They do a lot of filming up near where I work.
And
well,
because you work in central London,
I do, yeah. So there's a
so if they film awesome London stuff, they're going to be close to you.
Yeah, so
I just see a thing go off. Kanarek has just joined the FBF party.
Whoa.
Welcome
One
to
of
the
my
final boss
followers.
fight party.
One of yours.
Grab up your sword and let's take this final boss fight down together.
One of mine.
So I just finished my story. So there were always like film vans and film trucks up parked alongside Lincoln's Inn Fields, and what normally happens is you get like the things on the door like who the trailers belong to, and they always like to try and like figure out who like what the film they're making. This one, all the notices had this thing called After Party at the top, and you think to yourself, I wonder what that could be. But it's a bit given away when there was things like Chris E, Asgardian 1 and Asgardian 2 and similar sounding names, so if they're trying to keep it hidden, they didn't do very well.
I do wonder who they meant, like, was Thor definitely Asgardian 1?
No, I think they're just like random Asgardian.
Or were they just random
possibly,
Asgardian Guardy people?
Yeah. It's either Chris E or Chris H, one of the two.
Definitely a Chris.
There's definitely a Chris in that film.
If it's Thor, it's Chris Hemsworth.
I think After Party was Avengers because a few days later I nearly walked into them while they were filming in Leicester Square in the morning when I was trying to walk to work, so that was fun.
That's nice.
I nearly got on the film. Hooray! That's my almost claim to the Marvel fame.
Anyway, Scar, hello! Good evening!
Hello, Scar!
Welcome to tonight.
Good evening, Sammy.
And Kanarak, welcome to the team. I've got some gaming news to start with, because that's how we start these.
We are a gaming podcast.
We are a gaming podcast, and make some effort to do that. I have actually
claim to be a gaming podcast.
I've just covered up the chat, though, so I can't see the chat. There we go. If I cover me up, that's better.
Yeah, we cover John up. Always
don't
cover
need
John
to see
up.
me. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds creator Bluehole has finally unveiled long-awaited road development roadmap for 2018, and it's a big one, promising everything from visual improvements to gameplay additions, including a new map, emotes, and more.
See, we were just talking about this before, weren't we, Dan? Saying that they never did anything to it, whereas Fortnite has gone ahead and leaps and bounds. So that's an interesting timing on that one.
Yeah. So this is going to include, top of the list of new stuff is a 4km by 4km tropical island style map, which could make its way to the test servers as soon as next month. The reduced size of the map is specifically designed to offer an intense and faster paced battle royale experience.
Basically, it's trying to match Fortnite.
Basically, trying to do the same sort of a thing as Fortnite.
Which Fortnite is trying to do the same thing as Poobug. There's a bit of a thing going on there, isn't there? They're each trying to outdo the other.
Yeah.
Each trying to outdo each other at the same thing.
At the same thing, yeah.
They also note that a second 8 by 8km map is in the works. There's no information on where that will be yet, but Bluehole wants to get this into your hands early in its development so that you can test it and see how the map plays. The developer is also looking to offer an enhanced play experience across its map roster by introducing new and interesting game modes. However, it says it's still early days when it comes to hammering out all the kinks and details, and specific details will come later. It's a fair bet that Bluehole will at least be exploring the kind of regular rule set refreshes seen in Fortnite in an attempt to do the same thing Fortnite does.
How did I know that was coming? It's like when you mentioned, we're going to try and bring in new game modes. Similar to what Fortnite are doing.
Is there a game mode where you have to build a fortress and fend off against waves of zombies?
They've not mentioned that just yet. Adding some additional meat to the new maps and modes will be new vehicles, new weapons, and new weapon attachments. The former can be expected to arrive in the first half of this year, with weapons such as the one teased in this image here that you can't see. Elsewhere, a new emote system is already in testing and will apparently be available for everyone to try out very soon. Bluehole says that it plans to add more emotes throughout the year, and that's only the start of Battlegrounds' expected personalization options, with a parachute and weapon customization, plus better character customization due later. I don't know when later is, but later.
At some point in the future. Between now and the end of time.
Yes. As for upcoming system overhauls, there's the previously discussed limb and vehicle battle bullet penetration, as well as a reworking of the entire TP-FPP animation system. That sounds like fun.
TP-FPP, FPT, FPP.
Which should allow for smoother and more reactive animations. Currently and inexplicably absent visual elements such as animations for getting into and out of vehicles and changing seats will hopefully be in that update too. Because obviously at the moment you just kind of walk up next to a vehicle and then you appear inside it, don't you?
Yeah, we need animations of getting in. Ooh, I've seen a game like that before. Sorry, that was naughty.
Bluehole has also offered a quick look at one of the refreshed buildings that it's been working on, noting that it's continually upgrading all of the buildings and aesthetic side of the game. As development continues throughout the year, these visual upgrades will be accompanied by a number of audio improvements as well, with the first half of the year bringing increased aural detail for vehicles, including suspension and skidding sounds and rain on the road surfaces. The latter half of the year adding player movement sounds. Expect noises that correspond to items being carried and a more varied, less repetitive selection of breathy huffs for a broad range of different activities. Yay.
Yay! And I still haven't played it very much.
I probably still won't pick it up.
Last, and by no means least, they have also said that they are looking at the 3 most sought after improvements to Battlegrounds, which is stability, optimization, and security. They are looking at them. So, yeah.
Do they still have microtransactions in it?
Yes.
And we'll say no more about that.
Got that microtransactions. Everyone's starting to do them now. What it is.
Dan, apparently Kanarak has sent in cursor pics in your Discord.
Kanarak, that's not the time or place.
I don't know pics of what. Drawings, I think.
Oh dear.
Division 2!
Whee!
Did I?
Ooh, Division 2?
Do I need to say more than that?
It's announced today.
Really?
It got PC Gamer and another site which I sent to John have announced it. It's going to be unveiled at E3 2018.
Yep.
Ooh.
The Division 2 will run again on Ubisoft's own Snowdrop engine, albeit an updated version of the Snowdrop engine, and development will be assisted by Ubisoft Annecy, Redstorm, Reflection, Ubisoft Bucharest, and Ubisoft Shanghai. Basically, all of
Lots
the
of
Ubisofts.
Why don't you just say Ubisoft and have it like the umbrella thing?
I don't know.
To be fair, I never actually. I did get the gold edition of the Division, but I never I never went back to it to play like the Underground and that. The DLC of it.
We recently went back to it and started it again because we got about 5 to 10 minutes into it.
We got through the opening area and the opening introductory dungeon, which was a lot harder than I remember it being.
Are you playing it on PS4 or PC?
Xbox.
AG, thank you for the host.
God damn it, everyone's on Xbox. Get it on PS4.
There's a slight problem with that for me.
God damn it, people.
Yeah, but I did really enjoy playing Division, and if we get back into it properly, I'll probably enjoy playing it again because I really got into that. I really enjoyed doing that.
AG, thank you for the raid. Kanarak, thank you for hosting us.
Yay.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. The Division 1, however, will continue to receive updates for the immediate future, including an Xbox One X update to polish the game's visual styles for the more powerful console. In June of this year, they will add in-game achievement crests, which will unlock something in Division 2 when the game launches.
I'll be interested to see where they take the story, because at the moment, New York and possibly the rest of the world has been wiped out. It's like, where can you go after that? The first game is obviously about like cleaning up and managing the crisis. So I wonder what they're going to do in 2.
Clean up and managing a crisis somewhere else.
Or
or
maybe
continue
start
cleaning up the crisis.
Or maybe start looking for a cure.
Kanarak, I hope that people are here for more than Dan.
Everyone is here for Dan. No, we're all here for everyone.
I'm here for Dan. No, I'm not here for Dan. I'm here for me.
PlayStation. PlayStation 4 is a thing that some of us have, but not all of us.
Yeah.
They launched the 5.5 update to their system hard. I can speak words.
As usual.
I'll need to upgrade my PS4 then.
They launched the 5.5 update to the system hardware today. The update, which begins... it's technically in its beta form. introduces playtime management, library and quick menu updates, but perhaps the headline addition is the Super Sampling Mode for PS4 Pro. This lets the HD TV get a better visual experience when playing some PS4 games. With Super Sampling Mode, says the PlayStation blog, some games will render at a higher resolution and then be downscaled to match the HD TV, allowing PlayStation 4 Pro owners to leverage the benefits of image clarity boost, even if their PS4 Pro is not connected to a 4K TV. Please note that the performance will vary, as games are optimized differently to take advantage of the power of the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I'm still not planning to get one, though.
Playtime management means that family managers and adult family members, who are set as the guardian, will now have the ability to set time limits on and when and for how long each child can play the game. Notifications will be sent to the child when they are playing, so they know that they should save and quit. And also that they won't be able to play it when you tell them they can't.
I'm sure there used to be ways of doing that before. So parental controls on a console, basically.
Basically, it's parental controls.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I know Xbox has them. Because with Xbox, you can actually do. Well, Last Unlock was like you can do literally do full time management. It's like, okay, you can only play the system between this time and this time, and if you try and play before or after, it won't allow you.
Well, that seems to be exactly what this is, but for the PlayStation 4 now. On the user interface front, 2 new tabs have been added to the library to make it easier to see which apps you've installed and bought. The PlayStation 4 tab lists all of the apps installed on the console, and the tab with your name and avatar lists all of the apps that you have bought with your PlayStation 4 ID. This should make it easier to search for games that you've bought but haven't yet installed. Usefully, there's also a new PS Plus tab in the library which shows you games you own from the PlayStation Plus monthly free games. If your PS Plus membership is expired, a PS Plus icon with a lock shows you next to games that you have but can't play at the moment, but will be able to play again if you resubscribe.
Wait, what? Wait, so basically, I don't know if you can do it at the minute, but if you purchase games, well, you have PSN, and you grab the free monthly game, and you decide, oh, I'm gonna cancel or not continue my subscription, then you can't.
Yeah, your games go away.
Play them.
Your free games go away if you're not subscribed.
Doesn't that work with Xbox Live as well? Games with Xbox Live.
I don't think it does.
No.
Because I know that when it started, the PlayStation Plus said that, and the Xbox said, you will just own them forever. They're yours. We're giving them away.
Oh, okay. I always thought that if you go rid of your Xbox Live account, you lose your games.
I don't know if that's changed.
I don't know either, because both my subscriptions automatically renew, so I really don't know on that. But the fact that they kind of lock you out, so even if you have the game installed, you can't still play it.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn! God damn it, Sony. Well, I'd be surprised of how many users actually still go on PS4 with its £50 PSN. Why are we doing that? Because we're giving you free games every month. Microsoft's like, yeah, we're giving you 3 months, but we're not changing a thing. So there we go.
Jurassic Park World.
Oh.
Is a thing now.
Yeah, I've heard a lot. I haven't heard much on it. I heard they were creating said game.
So you remember Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
I've heard of such a thing.
You may have heard of such a thing.
I still play it every now and again.
Jurassic Park World Alive, or Jurassic World Alive, it's not Jurassic Park World. Jurassic World Alive is that, but with dinosaurs.
Ooh.
So it's an augmented reality mobile game.
Yep.
That's interesting because have you seen they did a mobile game for Jurassic World before, but it's like your typical collector's zoo sort of thing, basically, like Avengers Academy is.
Yeah.
Where you hatch dinosaurs, combine them, and send them out to fights. But yeah, this sounds a bit interesting.
So you kind of go out, walk around, and you kill or capture dinosaurs?
Basically, there are dinosaurs wandering around your neighborhood, because of course there are.
Are they actual size, though?
Probably not. I don't
just
know.
Walk outside and just look up, like, wonder what this dinosaur is. What the hell?
Pokeball's not gonna get that one, is it?
Hello, T-Rex. Hello.
But you will be extracting the DNA from the dinos that are wandering around, and then you're able to make hybrids of the dinosaur species you have by just kind of jamming the DNA together.
Yeah.
And then you can go up against other people's dinosaur monstrosities in arena battles.
Isn't that something that we learned from watching Jurassic Park and Jurassic World? That mixing
Don't
DNA
mix the DNA.
Yeah. Don't
I wonder
mix
if they'd
DNA.
actually. I wonder if they'd play with that. I wonder if they'd do something that makes the dinosaur run amok if you do something wrong. Like if you combine Tyrannosaurus and Raptor, the dinosaur just goes completely mad somehow.
That'd be cool.
That would be actually really cool, actually. Yeah.
Just give Raptor DNA to any other dinosaur.
Oh, the current mobile game has just a whole load of combinations.
That's just no. That's what we learned. Don't mix DNA.
No, even better. Don't try and recreate dinosaurs. That's even better thing to learn.
Oh yeah.
Because that does not go well at all.
Yeah.
As Incursa says, because that went well last time and is definitely possible.
Exactly.
If you are curious about the game, you can register your interest at JurassicWorldAlive.com to be alerted when the game goes live. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is the next movie in the film franchise, is due for release in June, and Frontier, who developed games such as Elite Dangerous, but also Planet Coaster roller coastery game, are making a dinosaur park management simulator to tie in with the launch of the film.
Fun.
So, film tie-in games, those go well.
Those go very well.
Ratchet and Clank did alright, actually.
Was that a film tie-in game?
Yep. Ratchet and Clank was a film and a game. The Ratchet and Clank that released on PS4 was also tied to the game, and the game was film tied to game.
Wasn't the film Ratchet and Clank very heavily inspired by Ratchet and Clank, the first game?
No, it was the game that released on PS4 and the film. They were tied together.
Right.
Because there was the whole thing of Captain Quark making the whole thing. Wait, they're making a game based on the film, based on the game? It's like a whole clip of it.
Or is that like something like a film and the game are part of the same story?
Yeah, it was practically the same thing.
That kind of reminds me of what they did with Final Fantasy 15, where you get Kingsglaive as the prequel movie, then you get the actual game Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if we can go try and find the small clip of it. The whole thing of with the release before they release it, the whole thing. So if you guys keep talking, I'm gonna go try and find this clip.
In other news, new Tomb Raider film is coming out.
Yes, it
is.
Talking of games becoming films.
Because again, those go real well.
Oh yeah, they go brilliantly well.
I just kind of need to read this one real quick.
Because with the Tomb Raider film, I don't know what to think. I know the idea that they're going on, because they're trying to go on the basis of the game.
The new game, they're rebooted, yeah.
Yeah. But it's I don't know. It's it could be good depending on how they've done it.
Looking at the posters, it really does look like the first game.
It does. It's from what I've seen so far, it does. it looks like it could be good, but again, it depends on what they've done and what they've changed. So obviously, yeah, it's supposed to be based on the Tomb Raider game, but obviously, to what we all know, anytime that a film is based from a game, they change things because obviously they have to make it shorter and compact, so it kind of takes the linear fact away from it. So it all depends on what they've done, really.
Yeah.
Modders have modded Battlefront 2 again.
Okay, what are they putting into it this time?
Battlefront 2 is a game that everybody loves and nothing went at all wrong with it. You might remember that when Battlefront 2 launched, it had a lot of characters that were locked, that people went, why the hell are these characters locked, and why did I pay for the game when Darth Vader is locked at launch, etc. EA's response was, we wanted a sense of pride and opportunity to unlocking, or pride and accomplishment for unlocking the different heroes.
Hey.
Which went well in the most downvoted comment of all time on
Reddit.
That it went super well. Hey, Sean. Sean's gonna be here, but she's gonna be quiet because this pinning is damn complicated. But she can still hear us.
Stabby.
Good evening, Sean.
Don't stabby yourself, Sean. Basically, modders have modded the texture of the loot box that appears in the game where you go to the screen to buy loot boxes.
I did read about this.
So that on the side of the loot box, in the font of Star Wars, it reads Pride and Accomplishment.
I did read about that, yeah.
Obviously, this isn't the first time that modders have gone after... as in Cursor says, Sean, stab the clothing, not the you.
That's good things to live by.
This is not the first time that modders have gone after EA's Battlefront 2. When big shot at EA Blake Jorgensen said during a press conference that people probably wouldn't want a pink Darth Vader skin to appear in the game. Guess what modders added?
A pink Darth Vader skin.
Damn right they did.
They also said a white Darth Vader skin as well, but there was a white Darth Vader in the comics at one point, in the alternative continuities.
Yep.
Darth Vader turned good and they had a white Darth Vader.
Yep.
So yeah.
Modders for you.
Sean says she needs a pink Darth Vader.
In general, or just as a costume?
I don't know what for.
Explore this a bit further.
Sean, why do you need a pink Darth Vader? For what? I don't know if we want to know why she needs a pink Darth Vader.
Because it's a pink Darth Vader.
Well, I mean, I guess there's that's as good as reason as any.
Maybe we'll see more pink Darth Vaders at MCM now or Comic Cons now.
I mean, I don't think that Darth Vader Comic Con goers have needed any reason to
be pink.
Not be pink already.
In general, I think it would give me a better presence in the office.
It would be memorable.
Yeah.
It would definitely be memorable.
Pink Darth Vader is a good name for a weird drink on the bar.
You can go next to the blue milk.
I'll take a pink Darth Vader on the rocks.
Sounds good to me. But God damn it, modders! Why do you do this kind of thing? Modders.
Why do they do this thing? Because it sticks it to EA, and everybody loves sticking it to EA.
Yes, because EA just like here.
I mean, EA like to paint the target on themselves real big at the moment.
They do a bit, don't they?
Well, yeah, I think some kind of just slightly off topic with like kind of something like that.
Sorry, Sean, is that speaking from experience?
What she said?
I suggest ordering a sex on the beach while standing on a beach. It gets hilarious looks.
Well, like I said, just so kind of a little bit off topic. I don't know if this actually happened with the game or not. Obviously, about like you mentioned about like EA kind of ripping people off, not like not unlocking all the content when you first buy. You have to do so and whatever. But it's like obviously, I don't know if you guys know. Obviously, the new update to Rainbow Six Siege came out, which introduced Outbreak. And
okay.
I don't know if this is true, but I was watching a stream the other day when it released, and they went onto it, and they didn't have a few of the operators unlocked, and then when they went onto it, they had them unlocked. So I don't know if the new update to Rainbow Six Siege for Outbreak literally just basically turned around and said, "Here, you can have all the operators now," which then takes away the fact of making the Year 1 and Year 2 pack from before redundant.
I mean, it's like there is like no progression then, is there?
No, there isn't. If that's what the new update's literally done, is like giving everybody the operators. I don't know if it's actually true or what, or just gives you certain ones, because obviously the stream only had like 2 operators, which
I mean, maybe it's almost certainly like if it's unlocking them just for that mode, maybe.
No, it's for multiplayer.
Well then.
It was for
never
multiplayer.
Mind.
Apparently.
Anyway, quickly. In Cursor, yes, Literal Drinks by Tom Scar is a very funny video, and if you've not seen it, you should watch it because it is a very funny sketch comedy video based around drink titles being literally realized.
Okay.
Scar, no comment. Sean apparently has ordered a sex on the beach while on the beach. And apparently Incursa is shipping Scar and Sean now.
Oh dear.
So I don't know how that happened. I don't know if either of them are going to be overly... Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes.
Wow.
And I look forward to next weekend when I meet Sean and Mr. Random Sean.
I'm there as well.
And oh, you're going.
I'm going. I'm going to be at Birmingham MCM next week.
Yay! I will see you there.
I'm not going, so you won't see me there.
Jeff will not see you there.
Brother. So,
Neither will I.
And neither will AG, who has just ghosted into the stream. As
I've been in this channel for the last, what, 10 minutes?
2 minutes.
See Dan, that's how you ninja in, okay?
That's how you slide on into the podcast.
I heard him came in. So I heard him ding!
Hey, you can English speak good too.
Whoop whoop con party!
So it's just enough time for me to say hello, everyone, and I'm just hijacking John's intro again, about 3/4 of the way through the podcast. How are we all?
We are good, and I'm nearly done with the news.
Okay, what news are we talking about?
Well, next up is PlayStation 4 exclusive Detroit Become Human has got a release date.
Somebody snoring.
I get the feeling that some people are not excited by this game.
Some people don't. I don't own a PS4.
Don't like it.
Oh, I don't own a PS4. So you guys go and do like, this is the Xbox news and this is the PlayStation news, and I'm just like, that's great.
That's nice.
Oh.
Detroit is the latest narrative game from Quantic Dream, the studio behind Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, which are also 2 PlayStation 4 exclusive games.
Oh, it's those guys.
This time, the story concerns the evolution of AI robots and their integration into society, because that always goes entirely smoothly. It looks really cool, and I like the subject matter, so I'm going to probably get that and almost certainly stream it.
Nice.
So stay tuned.
I love how everyone's just like stony silence. Why do you like the subject matter, John? What's the appeal to you?
I'll tell the actual bit of news as well. The 25th of May is when you can get your hands on this game. It's all about...
Literally before Maycon.
Yeah, right before Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So
your choices are either go to MCM or play Being Human.
I mean, play Being Human after you go to MCM.
Play Being Human at MCM? Is that an option?
I mean, if you can take a PlayStation 4 with you, if it was out on Switch, I'd say almost certainly play it at MCM. Because I know that Queen Creeps and myself are bringing our Switches. We're going to bring our MCMs. No, we're going to bring our Switches. We're going to bring our Switches to MCM.
I don't think that's the kind of discussion you should be having in public circles, John.
Is Creeps actually going then? Has she managed to sort it out then?
I believe so.
I couldn't say she was kind of in debatable, but I heard that she was trying to get to May.
Yeah, I know that she's had some problems, and hopefully this week we've solved most of them.
Awesome.
I mean, I know that she's got
all the people.
She's got places to stay now and tables to sit at. So
awesome.
Woo.
I'll be there without a table. Yay!
Sean says that she can be a human any day.
We're not humans.
I don't believe you, Sean. I mean, today you sounded very unhuman. You sound... Yeah, anyway. It's cool subject matter. I like robot upright... Like, the robots are here now. Subject matter.
Is that because you are, in fact, a robot?
No comment.
Is that what you're trying to tell us? Ah, I see. The truth finally comes out. Where were you when John FBF went live?
John FBF online.
Yeah. It's pretty much what you are right now, actually. Yeah, you are. Yeah, he's online and he's.
Johnny FBF is a left. That could work.
That's a tentative link.
Seeking input.
I bet you are.
Okay, so that is all of my gaming news.
Can I bring in just one little piece of news?
Go ahead.
Regarding the Nintendo Switch.
I did mention Nintendo Switches are a thing.
Yep. Just because it's something I like, and you can probably guess what the news is going to be based on.
Are they small creatures that you can find in the wild and catch them with colourful balls?
Yeah, that's the one. Nintendo Switch game news. Big Pokemon changes revealed for 2018 release.
Interesting. Incursor says, dun dun dun.
So there's obviously, since the Switch has been released and the time when Nintendo turned around and said, Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were the final handheld Pokemon games. So everyone's like, is there going to be a brand new Switch game coming? And yes, there is. Woo! So from what they say here is, it appears that there's a chance it will arrive in late 2018 from Nintendo, but they haven't provided much of any official information on the subject. But the Japanese game giants, like I said, aiming for late 2018 to early 2019 as a potential launch window for the title. So for whenever it does arrive, it's going to be a big deal, apparently. So having mainly featured on Nintendo's handheld devices, this will be one of the first major franchise launches on a home console.
I was wondering when Nintendo were going to milk that particular cash cow when it came to the Nintendo Switch.
So apparently, also, and it appears that there could be big changes coming along with that. The latest report centers around the potential of the new Pokemon game offering up DLC content.
Wah, wah, wah. Would you like to buy 10 more Pokeballs for $10.99?
Or you can wait for 5 hours.
So this stems from a recent job opportunity that actually lists DLC data preparation and testing as a responsibility.
There's a lot of that going around at the moment in the industry, isn't it? They're hiring people specifically to analyze the big data with regards to monetization.
Oh wow, yeah.
So whenever
you're always going to hire somebody to look
into
get
more money.
Whenever you see a job posting like that, you know that the next step is some kind of store, kind of thing. So I would imagine that the Pokemart is now actually a cash store. you know.
So, let's say the job currently advertised at the Pokemon Company, which probably means it has something to do with the new Pokemon RPG.
Oh, so it's specifically for the Pokemon Company as well?
Yes, it is.
Oh, jeez.
And while the DLC sounds like it would be a sort of a society with post-launch paid content, there's always a chance that it could be referencing new events. So Pokemon Sun and Moon featured global challenges and could be considered DLC to fans. There's also the chance that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are planning something more in the line of what we saw featured in Zelda Breath of the Wild, which I don't know what was featured in that. I have no idea.
There were 2 DLC packs that came out after the launch of the game, one of which added new challenges, and the second of which added more new challenges and a motorcycle.
Nintendo have been quite good at not jumping on this particular bandwagon, but you know, Pokemon Go, it's all about that cash store. So you know, I think they will bend eventually, and
Do you reckon we'll get?
People are already accustomed to spending money in Pokemon Go to get Pokeballs, so I would imagine the transition into a handheld version wouldn't be too hard for them. You know, they would adapt the idea pretty easily.
Do you think we can expect a video from Mr. Sterling with the obligatory Eraser Chains of Love?
I mean,
Yes.
before you guys all jump on the Doom and Gloom bandwagon, let me present Devil's Advocate side of this particular Doom and Gloom barrel that you're diving headfirst into.
I think the Devil's Advocate argument is it's Nintendo and they don't really do that kind of thing.
1, it's Nintendo and they don't really do that kind of thing. 2, you are just going to hire... You can just hire somebody to look into something and then go, this is a really dumb idea, let's not do it.
Well, I could tell them that. I could send them a link to a whole load of YouTube videos proving and that particular subreddit.
I mean, hopefully their particular expert in this matter will do those things.
Well, we can only hope. It would be a very sad state of affairs if Nintendo... I mean, the thing about the Pokemon series is there are still kids you know, coming onto the Pokemon scene. You know, we played the original Pokemon as youngsters, and there are still youngsters playing Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, as well as, you know, as the people that follow the series. To inject some kind of cash shop into a Switch version would be a slap in the face to the entire demographic.
It would.
And Nintendo have been, like I said before, held as this kind of, we don't do cash stores, but you know, maybe Niantic do, but we don't kind of thing. Because, you know, Pokemon Go is about as far detached from Nintendo as a Pokemon product possibly can get.
Yeah.
Sean says yellow for the win, either shouting out her favourite colours or which Pokemon game she enjoyed.
Pokemon Yellow.
Could be favourite team as well.
Yeah, if she's
Very
a part of
true.
Team Instinct, she needs to be shown the door, basically.
But one thing you also have to realise is, obviously, the main Pokemon series isn't just a Pokemon company; it's actually developed by Game Freak.
Yeah.
Well, Pokemon Go wasn't anything to do with Game Freak. That was just
That was
Niantic and Pokemon Company. Game Freak has nothing to do with it. So obviously, the main series has always been done by Game Freak.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that it won't be this cash store thing, but because of the whole Pokemon Go, I would be really sad if you walked into a Pokemon and a new Pokemon.
Sean says,
like,
no,
hey,
I'm Mystic Blue.
Good girl.
I'm Mystic as well.
Good. That's what we like to hear.
Can't remember what I am.
You're a robot, John.
Oh yeah.
He is the Alpha and the Omega.
Error.
That's all I have on the Pokemon on Nintendo Switch. So possible late 2018 release, 2019 release for the Pokemon Switch.
Brace yourself and your wallet for the incoming.
And apparently there is a good chance Nintendo will hold a direct before E3 as well in 2018.
And that makes sense.
Nothing has been leaked suggesting it will arrive in November. So obviously we just had Pokemon Day, but they didn't really release much, so we might have a direct literally before E3 in June.
What do we think about the concept of Pokemon on your 42-inch television at home? Because I've always associated it with, the game is called Pocket Monsters. And I know that the Switch is portable, but
this is a fair point.
You've got a heck of a pocket if you're fitting it in your.
yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
You said it.
I need more games for the Switch.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
there's a new one coming out in the tail end of 2018. I believe it's called Pokemon.
There may be slightly more than that. Let's be honest.
I'm hoping there's some between then and now, because I can think. Yeah. I know that I've got Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'm really enjoying it, and I need to actually play some more of it.
Have you picked up Skyrim for Switch?
And I've picked up nothing else.
Pick up Skyrim for Switch.
So apparently I need to pick up Skyrim for Switch.
See, the thing is, the licensing, because there's a heck of a lot of ports out for the Switch, and it's primarily due to the fact that the licensing and development to get a product onto the Switch is stupidly easy compared to getting something into, say, the Microsoft Store or the PlayStation Store, as was found out with Terraria, for example, where they had a heck of a time trying to get it past the powers that be at Microsoft.
Obviously, because they own Minecraft, so they don't want Terraria.
Well, it's not just that. It's also down to the getting access to development and development environments specifically. I had a long conversation with one of the team at Relogic who kind of explained to me the difficulties that they had working with Pipeworks and actually getting approval for point releases to go onto the store. It was slightly less painful PlayStation 4, but it was a proper toothache for getting it on Microsoft. But with the Switch, there's really a big barrier in development has been removed, which is why you're seeing so many games being ported to Switch, because it is relatively pain-free for any developers that know what they're doing.
And Sean, no comment about whether we can fit 42 inches into our pockets.
So yeah, I would expect a heck of a lot more ports on the Switch going forward. Anything that's vaguely popular on any other platform will probably see some kind of Nintendo eStore action at some point.
Obviously, with they made the whole thing when they released the Switch was, we're going to be going out and bringing more games from other developers, you guys on the Switch, so not just going to bring our own games out. You're now going to have from Namco, like say Bethesda, whatever, this, that, and that whole sheet of them.
Yeah. I mean, I may pick up a Switch at some point. There's not enough. I'm a huge Zelda player, but I think I've watched enough Let's Plays of Breath of the Wild to not play it. There hasn't been enough pull for me to actually justify dropping that kind of money on the Switch.
Same.
But as soon as Pokemon gets here, Reki is all over that.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'll be on that.
A new Pokemon game might be enough to pull me into playing a Switch as well.
To be fair,
Hashtag I stream Pokemon.
It was the Mario game coming out that really got me, and I haven't actually bought the damn thing yet.
Mario Kingdoms.
Mario Odyssey.
Oh, Mario Odyssey.
So you mean the release title?
No, it came out miles after.
Yeah, it was meant to be a release title.
It was meant to be a release title.
Yeah.
It
the release
wasn't.
Title, yeah, we didn't come out with it.
Yeah.
It's screwing you over. Not really put them back, though.
Mm-hmm. What's next on your piece of paper, John?
Next on my piece of paper is discussions about After Party, Chris.
Ah.
What? After Party Chris? Who's this guy? He sounds like a good time.
Well, to me, it doesn't.
Chris.
Hello.
Let's discuss the new website.
Oh, let's not pretend that we did, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there is a new Final Boss Fight website in development right now. The browsing experience on the current one is not ideal, but it was a means to end given the situation.
We apologise for the 2 steps backwards before the several steps forward approach.
Yeah. I mean,
the website is non-accessible.
I shan't go into the logistics of why we ended up in the situation, and needless to say, it was, if you don't mind me using an F word, a complete and utter clusterfuck. But we have now a window of opportunity to put loads of improvements onto the site, which I'm currently working on at the moment. I'd love to give people an estimated time of delivery, but
I've been pressing him for one.
Yes, yes. Soon. As soon as I can, because if I give a date and I have to push something out, it'll probably be something that I'm not happy with. And I really want this one to be the one, so I don't have to touch it again for another 3 or 4 years. I want it to be a community-focused site with all of the content that everyone wants to see, and that's going to take time, and it's going to be great. ETA soon, close enough. Yeah, I would say probably mid to end of this month, if I was to be pushed into a time frame.
I'm hoping, what I'm hoping for.
I would like to apologise if I go into too much of a meeting mode, because I've been in so many meetings today. So. And I've been using this kind of spiel. Go on, what would you like, John?
What I'm hoping to see is that in the next few week or so, we see... Few week. I was going to say few weeks, and then that's like the middle of the month anyway. So in the next week or so, we see a point version of the website that comes out that is somewhere close to where the website was when we switched some server settings around and it all went done bugger up.
All of the server settings, John.
Yeah, I mean, literally new server.
We basically moved the website to its own independent server. It was hosted on my personal web space, which was not ideal. It's now in its own managed solution, which means that we'll have less intermittent dropouts when I forget to pay the bill.
The intermittent dropouts will continue when I forget to pay the bill.
Yes, but I won't get a Facebook message about it at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Nope. I will continue to get a Facebook message about it at 5 to 6 in the morning.
Yes. I've shown John some of the code. We've worked really hard on alongside the new website. There is new graphical elements coming across the entire. I don't know if you've spoken about this, have you?
Bear with me one moment. Allow me to explain. Some of the code that used to be this long, to code, for instance, the top bar of the page with those 4 pictures, is now about this long.
Yes.
Visual aspects to the code discussion there.
There's a lot of optimization and translation of the code.
We've learned new things.
I know how it works, so I can imagine how long the code is. I know HTML.
Do you now?
I do.
Oh dear.
Then you are never seeing my code base ever.
I could check the website anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, what you see, the website output is not what you see. But and also on top of this, we've moved everything to a version control system, so we have we can be able to work on stuff in the background without fundamentally breaking the site.
Okay, we're starting to lose people here, Chris.
We're basically going to wake the fuck up and land neatly in 2018 when it comes to how we work. Thank you for the visual representation. Yeah. Basically, new site coming very soon. Hold your breath.
Some of the messy stuff that was this long is now this long. We are working on a complete graphical overhaul, which will involve new logos.
Hang on, whoa. Who?
Chris has worked on new logos. I have worked on new things with the logos that Chris has worked on as well. If you were watching Rekia stream Torchlight 2 at the weekend, you may have seen previews of these logos. Because I was excited by them and wanted to... Oh, hey, Wendy's playing Guns of Icarus Alliance. That's weird and crazy.
Hey.
So yeah, you may have seen previews of the logos, but I feel that now in this very stream is a good time to see if this works.
Oh god.
I've seen the full image already.
Let's see if I can do this. Does anybody here know if I can play a GIF?
Yes, you could just import it as a media source.
Sweet.
Make sure you tick loop.
Here is.
He's our tech ninja, by the way.
I've never tried. There is, if you are watching the stream, a preview of an animation I've been working on. Woo!
Hey.
That is nice. I thought it's Torchlight 2.
No promise that we're actually going to play Torchlight 2 because I don't know if anybody owns it.
I would love to play Torchlight 2. I love that game.
Me and Sean have been playing it. I've been streaming it. Me and Sean have been streaming it on starting on weekends, and we did a stream other night as well.
And that very reason is why when I thought earlier to myself, what's the name of a game?
What's the name of the game?
I need a name of a game to go into this logo animation. Torchlight 2 came into my mind because I thought originally Grand Theft Auto 5, and then I thought we already have an animation for that one.
So it's like, I need something else. Torchlight 2. I wonder why.
Sean is yelling at us to play it.
We should play it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Apparently,
let's do it right now. I'm going to open Torchlight 2 right now.
I'm not going to play it right now because I don't have it, or it's not installed.
Do you not have it at all? Oh,
I don't think I have it. No.
Okay, let me just jump on the store real front. Store real front. Wow. I thought I bought it for you, John.
Do I have it? Bear with me while I check my Steam.
Are we all just going to suddenly just jump onto Fall Blades? Let's do this. We're dropping the podcast, guys. Find the boss podcast now.
Yeah, no, I've only got Tower Fall.
You've only got Towerfall.
That's the only game I've got under TO.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds like, play it. Let's do it.
Okay, apparently I'm also announcing that we're going to play Torchlight 2 at some point.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there is a new logo.
We'll add that to the list.
We've got new logo incoming. We've got new end screens coming. We've got new YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. All of the updates are going to happen, which includes this logo in the top corner of my stream over here. That's there now, which is why I don't want to switch to this screen before I've revealed the new logo.
Oh, I see. You've been working on stuff.
Final boss fight live.
That's a nice bezel you got there. 1995 called. They want their design back.
I may work on the bezel. Sean won't be able to join as her cape is being an ass, but some point after Birmingham she's in. Sean's going to play all of the games after Birmingham is finished, and she doesn't have to make weird capes.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yes, we've got new logos, we've got new website incoming where the code goes from this to this. I've apparently just been given, I'm assuming, Torchlight 2. We are also aiming for this to be a very community-driven website because we are now a part of a community. We are a family of streamers with friends and
we have friends,
estranged cousins, and weird.
I don't know any of you.
Weird uncles and aunts that are crazy and drink a lot at weddings and dance real funny and stuff like that.
You know you're gonna have to start naming people now to these things.
Well, I think.
Basically, I'm adults talking now, John.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You have friends, according to Scar.
Scar's our weird French friend.
I will mute and kick every single one of you if you don't let me talk.
Okay, you can talk.
No, on the community front, I've watched kind of silently in the background because I've been doing other things. I've watched people come on board the final boss fight group, and rather than say. I think me and John agree on the fact that rather than say people fly under the final boss fight banner, we are all just a community of people, and we're not going to say you must write or do stuff under our flag because you have your own.
Yeah.
We want to be alongside you, move forward as a group, rather than say you must have this logo on your thing, or you must be part of this stream team, or you must have these kind of graphics. You do what you want to do, and let's move forward together and try and support each other in the best way possible. And if that includes pulling content onto our hub and acknowledging you fully for all of that kind of stuff, or having special community pages for anyone, then send suggestions and let us help you.
Oh yeah.
What we would like to see for everybody is, I would love to have a community page that shouts out, this is your Twitch account, this is your YouTube account, this is your Twitter account, here are your latest tweets, here are your latest videos, look, they are streaming, go watch them because they're cool. If you want to do more than that, we would love you to do more than that. We'd like you to blog and have a blog on your community page, and then if you decide, hey, this community thing that I've just blogged about is real cool, then I'm going to push it live onto the FBF stream, and it goes onto our front page, and it gets attention there, and you are cool, and we are cool, and everybody's cool.
Yeah, okay, John.
Yeah, so just you mentioned.
I'm going to go back to sleep now.
It's your stream. You can carry on.
Just mentioning about the the whole team thing. It's like, obviously it's like, yeah, we're going to be kind of like part of a community, which is you could class as a team. So it's like, if people wanted to, you could do the fact, you could create just like a community team logo or banner or something, which if people wanted to, could use if they really wanted to say, look guys, I'm a part of said community.
You are part of the final boss Knights. Wait, that sounds like
that's our Patreon.
Oh wait, that's been done. Okay,
that's taken.
What do you mean it's taken? I think if you're gonna.
We took it. I mean, it's ours.
that's what taken means.
Whatever. I'll go back to sleep now.
But the final boss fight.
We can podcast really well. We're really good at podcasting.
Sean, yes, there will be a cosplay section, and yes, you are welcome to post all of the weird one-shouldered capes you're wearing into that section. And any other capes that you decide to wear in the future. And Sammy, you can be the funky French friend if you like. I mean, that's all alliterative and stuff. Can Chardon be the weird aunt that drinks too much at weddings? I think that...
That was a given one, wasn't it?
AG, thank you for dem bits. I don't.
Dem 1 bits.
Dem bit.
I wanted to check to see if you had a bit notification, and you do.
I do. I was prepped. I don't. I don't have the glass somewhere because
it doesn't have the whole thing that comes up on screen saying a proper bit notification sound. I'm disappointed.
And I'm now the cheerleader as well. So yeah.
So
I've got to be number one somewhere.
So
I guess it reset from when Kitsune cheered at the weekend because he cheered 200 bits.
I think it's for the week, isn't it?
I don't know when it resets though. It must reset Sunday night, Monday morning.
What's next on your list of stuff to talk about, John?
That was kind of it. Like, I've got some other bits and pieces to discuss, but mostly in the realms of weird news stuff. So, are we ready to move on to the weird news section, or do we want to?
Let's move on to.
Do we want to talk?
Florida man.
I have got some Florida mans prepared.
Yay.
You can be the English French friend. I mean, you speak pretty good English and you're French, so I'll you know.
He ticks all the boxes, guys.
You tick all of them boxes. But yeah, community pages are coming, and community is awesome. You guys are cool. Community is a TV show I've not actually watched, but apparently that's cool too. But yeah, we want to shout about you guys. We want you to shout about us. We want to shout about everybody else.
Just mutual back patting and high fives all round.
Yeah.
English, do you speak it?
No, I bloody don't.
We'll definitely make logos that you can stick on your YouTube's things, and we'll take your logos and stick them on our YouTube's things and stuff.
Sounds good to me.
And Sean says that, is she the one that drinks too much at weddings? I think I'm more of a hoarder.
You can have lots and lots of crazy cats.
There, you can be our cat woman. No, wait, that's a thing already.
Yeah, it is a thing already. Right, if you're going to move on to the random news, I'm going to trot on and do things revolving around the website. So I'm going to love you guys and leave you.
Chris, before you go, are you doing new versions of Tack, Mirror, and Eric?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. We already did one of Mirror, didn't we?
You've done one of somebody. I can't remember which one you did. But...
Oh, good. I'm glad you're paying attention, John.
I know that you've recently sketched new versions of.
I have concepted
out of the 3.
An art style that goes alongside the new graphical elements. I am toying heavily with the idea of moving away from the white and blue outline characters. So yeah, stay tuned.
Spoilers stay tuned. That even I didn't know were coming.
Well, you asked.
I asked for them, yes. Anyway,
I am surprised by receiving something I asked for from AG. It's not something I like to hear in conversation.
I'm surprised by news that I requested. Okay, we're going to move on to the Florida Man section. So, for now, Chris, farewell. Enjoy the website. Have we got a Jeff emote yet? No.
Can do. I'm on it.
Apparently, AG's on it, Sean. So,
hey.
See you guys later. Have a good one. Take care. Much love. Peace
Jeff
out.
emote incoming. AG, farewell. Peace out. Enjoy.
Bye. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Right.
Bye. No, you hang up.
Well, I mean, we can't hang up.
You hang up.
I mean, you have to hang up.
No, you hang up.
I'm afraid you have to. I mean, I can just do this. I can do this. Oh, I can do that. But this is awkward. Huh. Bear with me one moment.
I thought it was going to kick him out the whoops.
Do you mind very much not doing that?
I didn't mean to go that. Mean to go that far. I didn't mean to go that far.
He clicked the wrong button. Jesus Christ. Right, AG, disappear.
Yeah, I'm going to disappear. I think that's all of the things that he needs to be a member of. And yeah, bye. See you guys later. Sorry, John. Have a good. Whoops.
Bye.
Well, we had a good laugh about it.
Well, as I'm adding roles to myself again, I'm going to add that one too.
Oh, I see.
And now I feel better about me.
There. Sorry,
wow.
John.
See you, AJ. Don't make me kick you. Because I don't know what happens if I kick him from the server.
He'll kick him from the server like he just did.
But he made the server, didn't he?
Yes, he did. That's why I don't know what happens if I kick him from the server.
It won't. It'll just the admin will transfer.
Maybe I should
try it, see what
happens
happens
from the server. Anyway, on to Florida Man news.
This sounds interesting.
For those of you who don't know, Florida is very lax about what they can and can't tell the newspapers. Florida police are able to tell the newspapers a lot more information about the people that they arrest, and that means that Florida Man has become something of a global hero, because we hear a lot about Florida Man and, coincidentally, his female friend Florida Woman.
I have no idea what you're on about, but go on.
So... Hint to drivers. If you've got things in your car that you shouldn't have that are illegal, such as, say, drugs or weapons, maybe don't honk your horn at the cops. Rance James Shannon blared his horn at cops and emergency vehicles, and was found to have multiple guns and drugs in his car. He was arrested on Wednesday morning with an assortment of drugs and guns in his car after he called attention to himself with an impatient car honk. According to Gainesville police, Rance James Shannon, age 27, stopped his car behind a patrol and fire rescue vehicles who were working on a traffic accident, and decided that he was real upset with the time that it was taking. So he honked his horn.
Hey!
An officer approached him and could smell the strong scent of marijuana. Shannon appeared to be impaired and was yelling and slurring. Law enforcement officials asked him to leave his vehicle, whereupon he tried to drive away. They found in his car a loaded 9mm magazine, about $10,000, and a 4-inch knife. A loaded pistol was in the passenger seat, and a collapsible baton and pepper spray were in the driver's side door panel. In the floorboards, police found an AR-15, 5 quart-sized mason jars full of 263.8 grams of marijuana, a jar of hash resin, 94.5 grams of cocaine, 11.6 grams of amphetamines, 16.5 Xanax pills, and an oxycodone pill. Tote bag was found with 71.7 grams of marijuana, a fruity cannabis edible bar, a cannabis gummy edibles in the back seat of the car. Police found 4 handguns, an AK-47, ammunition, a stun gun, a baseball bat, bolt cutters, and gloves in the trunk.
Clever, wasn't he?
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Florida woman Leslie Vermilio was arrested on Sunday because she was caught on camera throwing a hot pizza at a restaurant store manager because she was angry that they got the order wrong.
Oh, God.
Vermilio was upset because her son went to pick up the pizza that she had ordered and found that it was made incorrectly. When the second pie failed to live up to her order, she returned to the restaurant to complain. Vermilio says the female manager was argumentative and rude, so she had no other choice but to throw scalding hot pizza at the woman.
Wow.
That was caught on CCTV. Meanwhile, 77-year-old kayaker had to receive stitches and rabies treatments this weekend after being attacked by a wild river otter in Florida. The kayaker, Sue Spector, and her husband were enjoying a day paddling down the Brandon River near Sarasota, Florida, when an uninvited guest hopped aboard the boat. It was a pristine and very nice. I heard someone make a comment that was along the lines of, "Oh, there's an otter," Sue said. And all of a sudden he jumped on the kayak, and 2 seconds later he jumped on me. Seemingly unprovoked, the otter lashed out at the woman, with its teeth and claws slashing at her arms, face, and head. Luckily, the thick life jacket protected her vital organs. Both Spector and her husband attempted to beat the otter back with their paddles, but within minutes, both of their kayaks had overturned, and the fight resumed in the cold, neck-deep water. She's receiving treatment, but is recovering well. Meanwhile, a Florida teacher says that she wasn't racist. Her podcast that is claiming to be racist, or she ran a podcast that admittedly was a white nationalist podcast, but she's not really a racist. She pinky swears. It was all satire, she says.
And anybody believe that?
Nope.
No.
Didn't think so.
Yeah, Sean, if only all police work were as easy as they drive up to you and honk their horn.
If only.
And finally, for Florida man this week, machete-wielding man jailed for hindering Jacksonville fire crews. A machete-wielding homeless man was arrested on Sunday night after he interfered with firefighters battling a blaze on Jacksonville's west side, authorities said. Crews were corralling the flames, engulfing a vacant drive-in theater, when the man started causing a scene. That scene being a man with a machete. Who was drunk.
Where did you get the machete?
It doesn't say. Apparently he didn't actually threaten any of the people. He was just kind of there and had a machete. I was just kind of drunk and had been asked multiple times to please go away. And
no,
he had
hit you with my machete.
He was just sat on the ground, apparently, with a machete. Because that's a thing you do. He is currently being held on charges of hindering firefighters, disorderly intoxication, and resisting an officer without violence. He remains in jail because he can't pay the $26,000 bail. And I also have weird news from this weird piece of paper that arrived at my door this morning.
Oh?
It's a newspaper.
Wow. I didn't know they still print those.
They do. They even come to my door with them. But this is actually a newspaper. I mean, this is actually a newspaper. I've got it in front of me. But this is actually the page of the newspaper where they tell you news from days gone by. I just like there's two news stories from their archives. The first one from 1957. On this day, the government might abolish hanging for murderers if a more humane execution method can be found. Lord Chancellor Viscount Kilmer assured the Lords last night. Dr. Lord, who was just overachieving, Dr. Lord Amulri suggested that lethal gas could be used to kill murderers, with 6 taps turned on by 6 different people, wherein only one of the taps would actually release the poisonous gas into the room and nobody would know who it was, so they wouldn't feel guilty about it.
I'm not sure it works that way.
I just think that all 6 of you are going to feel guilty about it.
Exactly, yeah.
So, you know, that just means more executioners going, oh, I killed someone today. Which I guess is a side of executioning that you don't really pick up on that much.
Well, no, not really, is it? Because it's kind of their job.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just leveling up some of the characters. You can do that. There we go. Meanwhile, 1966, March 8th, 1966, a team of female drama students dressed as chickens will soon be calling on people at breakfast to ask, are you eating an egg?
And the answer is no, because I don't like eggs.
If you were eating an egg, which I don't know, I'm assuming that's the correct answer, you would get a £1 premium bond. Those that were not eating an egg would receive 6 eggs. 6 eggs.
6 eggs.
Or half dozen eggs. The British Egg Marketing Board will have them wearing inflatable yellow costumes, beak bonnets, and shoe-like claws.
Okay. It's Bob.
Yeah.
Life-size Bobs. But what if you don't like eggs?
They gave you eggs.
Yeah, but I don't want eggs.
I mean, you got to work out something to do with 6 eggs then.
But I don't want eggs.
But we're the Egg Marketing Board. Everybody likes eggs.
I don't like eggs.
I don't like eggs.
Well, that's a dozen eggs going to waste.
Maybe don't give us the eggs. Give the eggs to people who do like eggs.
But we are marketing eggs.
I don't want to market eggs.
I am not your target market, though.
Neither am I.
Sean says maybe put the eggs in cake.
Now that's why would you do that?
Well, I mean, you put eggs in, like when you make a cake, you
put eggs in a cake.
You put eggs in it.
Yeah, but I don't like eggs.
Ah.
I can.
The joke's dead now.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is all of my news. I have no more news. Well, then I could just start reading other pages of the newspaper, but I think that would get boring.
So what about
Russian
games
spy.
that what about games that we're looking forward to then?
Okay, let's wrap it up on that. I'm looking forward to playing Detroit. I'm looking forward to playing Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, definitely, yes.
I'm hoping. When does that one come out? It's later this month.
Yes, it's 23rd of March.
I might have to wait about a week to get that one to payday.
Well, I'm looking at picking up Sea of Thieves as well. There's also Far Cry 5 coming out very soon as well.
I've heard very good things about that. From people who definitely can't tell me the things that I've heard about it, so I haven't heard good things about it.
I could tell you, but I'm not allowed to either. I'm not allowed. But yeah.
So people who don't know things are telling me things that they don't know and definitely haven't told me.
Exactly. And then what else is coming? Like I said, Division 2's coming out this year.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2, yeah.
2, yeah. There's Anthem. Anthem's dropping.
I don't know about that one. I'm not
either.
I'm not sold on that one at the moment.
Jeff, did you see the rumours about Grand Theft Auto 6 earlier this week?
No, I did not know.
There were rumours floating around. I don't know anything more than the headline to the rumour. I don't know who rumoured it. I don't know how valid the source is, anything. But rumour has it that Grand Theft Auto 6 will take place in Vice City and South America and will come out in 2022.
Wow.
So
20. That's a long way away, let's be honest.
that is quite some wait for it, isn't it?
That is.
Sian says she's excited for Guns of Icarus,
Yeah.
Yes.
which I think we're going to do a stream of.
John,
Yes.
did I remember rightly? Didn't you say that if people were interested in Guns of Icarus, that something might be happening tonight?
Tonight.
I'm sure you did. Let me just check my chat history.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Ah.
Last week. When you think you said we might do some on Thursday.
I'm sure when somebody said today, what's Guns of Icarus about, you said, oh, if you want to know what Guns of Icarus is about, tune in tonight, or some such. Let me have a look.
I said that we have got 2 codes still to give away.
That's the one.
I didn't say tune into this tonight. I did say,
He
however,
just said stay tuned. He said stay tuned.
I said stay tuned. We have 2 codes to give away, and I'm going to announce how we're going to do it now. One of them is going to be given away to someone who comments on our Guns of Icarus replay video when that goes live on YouTube, which I think should have gone live last night, but I suck at actually doing the things I say I'm going to do. So, Jeff, when's the next slot? We've got 3 for replays to go live.
Replays generally go up on Wednesday because that's the slot we don't have. So Wednesday will be the slot.
So stay tuned to next Wednesday on our YouTube channel. We are going to work out something for you to write in the comments. If you write it in the comments and we like what you've written, then you get a code. It's that simple.
Yay.
You get a code for the full game. Similarly, we've got another code to give away for it, and I'm going to do something on Twitter. So stay tuned for Twitter-related shenanigans.
Twitter. Tweeting on the Twitters.
But yes, we're excited for Guns of Icarus, and I believe, Jeff, when did we say we were going to do a stream of that? Was it the 23rd?
23rd, I think we said, yeah.
So we're gonna do.
No.
What?
I can't.
It's a
I
Friday.
Can't think. It's a Friday. God damn it.
Could do a Thursday. It's not set in stone yet.
Somewhere around then. For the very
What about-
least.
What about next Sunday?
Next
Yeah,
Sunday.
Something on next Sunday.
Next Sunday, people are going to be at MCM Birmingham.
Are you there all weekend?
Sean will be.
Damn. I'm only there this Saturday.
I'm only there the Saturday as well, but the Sunday I'll be doing D&D in the evening, and I'll be recuperating from MCM. I don't really know why I'm whispering like this, because it's just doing exactly the same thing as if I wasn't. But yeah, we're going to do the Guns of Icarus real soon, and we're going to work out exactly what day we could do it on, and then we've also, I believe, the 24th at the moment, but we've not got an exact time. We're going to be doing a Dead by Daylight stream with Sammy.
Nice.
And several thousand other million YouTubers and what like to
Oh yes.
who also have the game.
All this community stuff that's happening.
Yeah, we're gonna have all of the community in, and we're gonna kill them all.
Yeah, sounds good, but I won't be there.
We're gonna
watch the
kill.
replay,
We're gonna kill all of them except Rekia, because he won't be there,
and I don't own the game.
and he doesn't own it. And Sian sucks at it, so we're definitely gonna kill her. I mean, you have to be there now, Sian. You've got to be there to improve. I don't know what else I'm really looking forward. Actually, that was the other thing I was going to say, Jeff. You know these heists that we're doing at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Do you think these are the final things we're going to be seeing for GTA Online?
In terms of heist content, or in terms of major content?
In terms of major content release.
Because if in terms of content release, the answer is no, because they're just going to throw cars out all the time. We're probably going to get a load more different types of races and adversary modes, but it's been the first heist for a good few years. And
I'm thinking this is their sort of farewell to the game.
I can see where you're going with that, but I know, and if the announcements for GTA 6 are true, but that's still a few years off. There's still a long time between then and now and then.
But they've also got Red Dead Redemption coming out this year.
And that's got an online mode as well, hasn't it?
And that will definitely have some form of online.
Yes.
Interesting question. If it is, it's a fantastic way to go out.
That's what I was thinking as well. It's like it's an amazing way to go out.
Does that mean that we might be coming to the end of our long-running series?
Well, if there's nothing else to do, we might have to, and we'll have to go back in time and play Red Dead Redemption, and hope that we can get as much content out of that.
Try and get 6 years worth of content out of that as well, yeah.
You need all the content you need.
Well, we've been doing GTA every week for like the past 6 years, haven't we?
More or less. I think there've been
Because I know I said like what happened was you started with you, Drew, Sean, and Natalie.
Yes.
And you did that for like so many years. Then I joined in, so it's me, you, Sean, and a couple of other people.
Drew occasionally, and Jay joined in, and Natalie played with us until we moved to the Xbox One.
Yeah, and then from there, that's when I called it season, and that's why I decided, like, we just like call it like season 3 when it was just definitely me, you, and Drew, and then occasionally Sean.
Yep.
And now we're into the kind of season 4 stroke continuous story arc with the Doomsday.
Yeah.
So yeah, this might.
And then a possible GTA 6.
Well, GTA 6 is 4 years away. We've got a lot of content between now and then.
Red Dead Redemption.
It depends what Red Dead Redemption is like. GTA was so flexible; they managed to do so much with it.
We'll have to see what it's like. But we are going to switch up. Jeff, do you know when we're going to switch it up? When does
when does the timings change, or
when does Chapter 2 come out?
Chapter 1, Act 1 finishes. The last episode of Act 1 is next Tuesday. And after that, Act 2 will be out, and I believe we're changing the day of that. We're changing that to the Friday slot.
Yes.
That's more of a prime time slot.
So basically, as of next week, we get to the end of Chapter 1 of the Doomsday Heist, and the boot drops somewhat. A boot drops.
Not really, because it's only Chapter 1. The boot doesn't really drop, and the story doesn't kick in until Chapter 2.
Well, I mean, a boot drops. It's not the boot. The boot that comes at the end of Chapter 2 is, Jesus, like 10 times bigger. Chapter 1 really finishes on sort of a wet fart noise in terms of storytelling ending. But when Chapter 2 kicks off, what we're going to do is we're going to move the stream, the edited version of it, to Fridays. And this means that we are going to do something new.
Yay! Also, we get a slightly new intro for Chapter 2.
Well, don't spoil that too much.
No, that's not.
Jeff's been busy editing those.
Oh yeah, I've been enjoying doing that.
We are going to be doing Twitch premieres of Chapter 2 onwards. What night did we say we were going to do them? Because I can't remember that.
Thursday, I think we said.
So Thursday nights at about 7:30, we're going to have Twitch premieres of that week's GTA 5. So if you guys are on Twitch and you want to get an exclusive preview of stuff that we have edited and smoothly put together, that's when we're going to start playing around with Twitch premieres and seeing how that goes.
Yeah.
And so this has been a stream of awesome announcements, and that's pretty much where I'm going to wrap it up. I think. Does anybody else have anything else they would like to final thoughts of the day?
Nothing particularly. Go watch all our stuff.
Pretty much. Not really.
Go watch if you want to get caught up on the GTA and Doomsday stuff. We have got it as a playlist. It is there available to watch from the beginning. Go watch the awesome intros I've been busy doing.
Right, I'm going to do some shout-outs in the chat to you guys.
I could push some, but I don't know whether to push it from my side. If Jeff's looked at it in the link, then he's seen it. But nah, I'm not gonna push that. I'll leave that for another time.
Fair enough. There are things that Rekia could tell us, but isn't going to.
You have to come by my streams and watch it and catch it.
Guys, do go and hit those people's follow buttons, and do hit our follow buttons on your way out. Thank you guys so much for coming by. It does mean a lot to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
We are on Patreon, and if you guys want to go and support us on Patreon, I think I can type that.
It would help us pay for the server so we don't have so many crashes.
The bot doesn't do that. If you guys want to go and follow us on Patreon, we would really appreciate it. You can donate as little as $1. $1. You can donate that. We will be eternally thankful. If we get to £10-ish, we are going to be putting these podcasts and our D&D games up for Audible format download, so that if you are, say, driving a long distance or traveling by train a long distance or working and can't watch a video but can listen to things, you'll be able to catch up on the adventures of the Storm King's Thunder team and our own blathering talk about games that we're playing and weird news stuff. And this very announcement will be in that audio format if we get to that point in the donation process. So we would really appreciate it if you do follow that, if you do want to throw us a little bit of money. It will also, as Jeff says, help us pay to keep the server alive and keep the website going and keep our Minecraft server going and not have catastrophic deletion of all of the stuff that we've been working on Minecraft. And if you donate enough, you get to come play on that server with us. So you are
my jetpack. I lost my jetpack. I worked hard for that jetpack.
You will get that. You'll also be able to see Jeff and his jetpack if he ever joins the server. But as I say, for now, guys, thank you so much, and we will see you. When is the next stream? What are we doing next week? I don't know. Who knows? We'll see you sometime. Bye.
Well, the next stream is tomorrow, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's
I'm streaming tomorrow with Jeff on Jeff's channel, so go and follow Jeff's channel. We are streaming some Arkham Horror with hopefully special guests. So I'll see you tomorrow, and tonight I'm gonna grab Twitch and we are gonna see who is streaming that we can throw it to. I am gonna say Aravel is streaming, and we are gonna throw it over to Aravel.
Hey.
So, guys, thank you so much for being around. We shall see you again real soon, as in tomorrow night, hopefully. Hit the follow raid button. Head over to the raid. Say FBF raid.
FBF raid.
And we will see you around on our streams real soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.